Good evening to you, dear sir. Your life.
Hello all and welcome to the Skepticnorth, and today we will be looking at the mighty quest for epic loot open beta. This video will take a quick look how it actually plays and should you take interest in it. It's an interesting hack and slash game with some strategy involved in it. The gameplay is very similar to Diablo series, using mouse to move and number pad to use abilities. What makes this different from other games of this genre is the fact that you make your own lair, or castle if you prefer, that the other players will try to beat and get a slice of your wealth. There are some NPC castles that you can loot, but the main focus is the player-based castles that you're supposed to go and loot and gain experience. There are 2 resources in the game, in addition to items that you can use. The resources are money and life force. You use this to create rooms, creatures, traps and upgrades for your castle defense. So basically you create a single level that the other players will try to beat, and your goal is to get them killed while trying to beat the level. You choose from 4 classes, or 3 actually, because the 4th one is not for free to play players, and you need to buy with either diamonds or real money. You do gain levels and skills as you go, so lower level castles will become easier, regardless if you get more experience at playing or having a better gear. This will result your castle defenses falling very gradually, because the high level players will have no problem crashing your defenses. Yes, you can do that also, but the XP gain and the loot will be poor, and it will start to feel like a total grind. Also, every time you log out and you had money in your treasury, you can be sure that not all of them will be there when you return. Usually 75% of my stuff is gone. Going against high level castles is a good way to get huge amounts of experience, but it will mostly work only on NPC castles. Why? Well, because most player castles have very nasty traps for you that can mean instant death in a number of seconds depending on your class. Also, you will find boss creatures before you're supposed to. By this I mean there are sets of levels that you should beat in order to go to the next set. And there's the grand final in every one of them, featuring a boss. You will probably find that same boss in a player castle before you're going to the final battle. In these cases you will be in deep.
I hope this won't make my teeth turn a funny color. Just in time!
Okay, so let's take on a random castle. So this will look like a good one. We're 1 level above, and it shows that it has a 6.5 minute time to complete in order to get the maximum score. So it should be expected that here's some quite difficult minions to kill. Yeah, these castles tend to have this kind of a mazes built in them. But here's the bulk of the force, so this has to be the correct way. Oh, these guys are bad. These are actually some mini bosses. So he has 2 of these kind of boss creatures. You can have multiple bosses, and they're really annoying. They have a shitload of health. A tough challenge this. Well, this creature's not gonna do anything bad. Just gonna rape him. And there. These are really nasty, these traps that he has set. Oh, annoying. Oh shit, they got a lot of summoners. I so hate those summoning dudes. And they got a third boss. That's nice. Luckily I got this fire spell, at least that warps everyone towards the center. They're really powerful. This is quite bad castle, you know, it has full of these moments that it's like I can hardly beat them. Oh no, now there comes a lot of those summoned creatures. Oh, there's one. Could I get him? No, I'm not getting there. Relatively tough. Level 2. I'm quite sure this dude that summons these creatures, there are several of them, but they are kind of mini bosses as well, I think. This guy has gone heavily on those kind of mini bosses on his defense. Oh, they're really good. It's a good way to go. And these are like relatively easy to beat if you just have only these summoners. You can just do this, work around in circles and hit every once in a while. Boom. Yeah, that's that.
Just in time.
I wonder how much stuff there will be left. It's not even 4 minutes in. Well, I was one level higher than the castle, so it's not much, but it's a little. These are funny what the character says. I think they're really hilarious. Those were. Oh, so it's actually the end of it. Okay. Well, I'll take it. So there's those stars. I only get 2 because I didn't find the mines, but you know, I don't give a shit. Yeah. It was pretty decent castle. How about, yeah, 4 is good. So that's basically what it is to attack an enemy castle. So here you can see how to build your castle defenses. Here are these huge blocks or rooms, as you can prefer, that you can place, but I actually have the maximum amount of rooms at the moment, so I can't place any more. Here's my time that I have beaten this defense. So you're going to have to defeat your own defense in order to qualify it. So I have placed here basically all, just to make this place a hard ass target to penetrate. So you require these kind of power supply tips to power all the traps you have. So these guys, they won't shoot if you don't have them supplied. So this supplies these, and this one, this supplies these, and well, this supplies all of the rest. So here you have these kind of gold mines and life force mines that you have, and they regenerate resources for you. Just, yeah. So they are gonna must have. And then you have these rooms, and yeah, there are a shitload of different rooms over here. I just haven't experimented with them so much. Anyhow, research lab, you can just upgrade your dudes to be better in all the aspects. Effective level, physical damage, health, that sort of stuff. And you can also upgrade your traps, and here are the creatures. So you summon creatures and traps. Well, let's just summon something. Boom. We've got one snotling, two snotlings. Ah, snotter, right? Snotters. Oh, you can buy castle themes, and there's the blacksmith that you can buy items for your character. And here you can see that there are quite a bit of stuff you can have. Weapon options and so forth. And you can make some potions. And there's the kind of the diamonds that cost real money. You get some of them for free. But yeah, they will run out really fast if you use them. I haven't used any of them yet. So yeah, and you will see that there's no longer thumbs up, so I have to validate it to be able to qualify this castle, so that other players will have to fight this setup instead of what I previously had. And I'll just show it. And there will be a timer that shows the time you're going to have to beat to get the full ranking, full benefit of the ranking, if you prefer. You know, you can just totally ignore the ranking if you want. I quite much have ignored it because there's no particular reason to have a good ranking, I guess. Usually those tend to drop a lot of money and life force, but because this is a validation, it won't. So here are these couple of traps, and these are the main thing about this castle. They are kind of, well, you will see in a moment, I guess. Yeah, it will throw the player in center of all that, everything that is in there, which is the only thing that will make you killed. I really like the mage class. I usually do play as mages. The mage is just really, really weak. It doesn't have a lot of HP. And in the validation I need to kill all these idiots. Oh fuck. This is just annoying. Really hard target. I don't have any bosses. Well, if you can count that one as boss that I just killed, well then I have that, but anything else, and from that I don't have bosses. A lot of people, oh shit. And there are these kind of dudes that summon that whole huge pile of enemies. And they just keep doing that until they're dead. And you can customize, I guess, every minion to be one out of 3 qualities. You can have, for instance, those guys that summoned those creatures to either summon, heal, or make them, I don't know, some kind of rage. So here, thumbs up. Now everyone will have to deal with that defense when they try to breach my castle. And you know, these crates, of course, they drop a lot of loot. Well, depending if the castle is locked or not. Really, usually they're locked and you won't get a lot of loot unless they are. If they are not locked and the player has a shitload of money, well, yeah, they will drop quite a bit of loot. So yeah, that's the castle validation.
This pathetic excuse for a castle will soon be rubble!
The gameplay is fun, the humor is great, but it might be the fact that I'm not so much into PvP games that I don't enjoy this so much. It's a cool idea, but I guess it's not for me since I found myself mostly trying to beat the high level NPC castles rather than my level player castles. Of course, if most of the money you had earned will be gone if you quit, so you need to play this in long bursts. I don't have time for that, and the game is not good enough for me to invest so much time for it, in exception the high level players. If you like the idea that you can ruin other people's castles and every time you log in there will be different people's castles to loot, yeah, this might be your game.
My strength is renewed!